B'shut Mara Verabot, with the permission of Hashem, I would like to wish you, to all of you, a good week. And today I want to speak a little bit about, unfortunately, the situation in the world that we are living through here in France and all over the world. I would like just to tell you how much every one of us should have a thought about God. Usually people, when it comes to material, people forget everything about God. When it comes to God, always people try to choose between God and material, and unfortunately they choose the material way. And people forget that the material comes from God. And if God doesn't give the bracha for the material, there will be no material. There will be nothing. And unfortunately people, when it comes to do a mitzvah, when it comes to God, they are called. But when it comes to holidays, to dinner, eat, food, anything there, well, they are more enthusiastic, they are more warm to do it. You know, I was reading Rabbeinu Yonah, and Rabbeinu Yonah said in the Sha'ari Tshuva that Veda Nefesh harasha asher kota'avata v'chivsei haguf v'chayav. What it is a rasha? What it is a bad man? What it is a bad person? A bad person is when all he thought is only about material, food, holidays. You don't care. I mean, here we are talking about people that they pray in the morning, they pray in the afternoon, they pray in the evening, they do Torah mitzvot, but when it comes to that, they are cold. It's like, I would like just to tell you something. Just a tree, if he is dry, he will not give you fruit. He will not, even if you put there a lot of water, it's dry, so it's dead. So, when it comes to serve Hashem, you should not be dry, cold, sleeping. I mean, your tefillah, your prayer will not go nowhere. I mean, you might be wet, you have to be enthusiastic, you have to wake up. You cannot love and Hashem and the material. You have to choose. Or the material or Hashem. Of course we need material. With that material, to be a Jew, you need to be rich. To be a Jew, you need money. Of course, money is important. But it's not everything. It's not everything. Look, the Maharal Miprag, he said, why we do Birkat Hamazon, why we bench, why we do the tefillah after we eat? Usually, before you eat, you should say, thank you Hashem for the food that you give me, the whole Birkat Hamazon. There is a special prayer that you do after you eat bread. So why don't you do that prayer before you eat? This is the question of the Maharal Miprag. And the Maharal gave a beautiful answer. The Maharal answer, he said, because when a man is hungry, wants to eat, he is willing to do any kind of prayer because he is hungry, he wants to eat. And he wants to eat. Thank you Hashem for the food you give me. Okay. But the most important is, once you eat, once Baruch Hashem, that your stomach is full and you feel good, and then you start to feel a little bit tired. After a good dinner, you're tired. Especially on Shabbos, when you eat the cholent, when you eat a hot meal with a glass of wine, so you are a little bit tired. So that's the time to show Hashem the thank you. To thank Hashem is not when before you eat. To thank Hashem, it's once you eat. You know, usually once we have everything, we don't care about the rest. Always, before we had something, we do everything to have it. Once we have it, that's it. We look, a man to get married, he will do everything to meet the right one. Once he's married, that's it. He has it. He don't care anymore. This is the same with the food. The food, that's why we do the prayer, according to the Maharil Miprag, we do the prayer after you eat. Because it's after you eat that you have the Yitzhara to go to sleep, you are tired. So you have to show that really you are willing to do a good bracha. Thank you, Hashem. Even that I am tired, really this is the time to, it's a sacrifice. When you eat, it's the time that's really to show Hashem that you love Hashem and you thank Him. You know, most of the bad things that happen today, unfortunately, is because we don't do Bekat Hamazon. Most of the gezerot, most of wars that there is today, because we don't say enough thank you to Hashem. The Torah says, "Ve'achalta ve'savata v'rachta." You eat, Baruch Hashem, your stomach is full, you do the bracha to Hashem. It's not you do the bracha, then you eat. No. You do the bracha, you eat first. And he said that anyone that he want to have success in his life, and he want a good parnasa, b'shefa, and shlom bayit, peace in the house, health, satisfaction from the children. As the Chafetz Chaim said, people, they are looking for all kind of segulot, how to have success in life. The best success in life is to say thank you to Hashem. Once you eat, say Bekat Hamazon, and say thank you to Hashem. You know, that the book of the Chinuch, Sefer Chinuch, he said that I know from my rabbis that Hashem, that God protects anyone who say Bekat Hamazon. Anyone who say Bekat Hamazon, his parnasa, it's around here. And as the Chila said, you have to do Bekat Hamazon with simcha, with joy. And and of course, how nice it will be when you eat after a good meal, you say Advar Torah on the table. You know, it's beautiful, it's nice to say Advar. No, I heard a beautiful story. It's something that, you know, first I have to tell you about my father. My father always, alav shalom, he was very, he urged us when we eat to do the Bekat Hamazon and the book. And I remember my father, alav shalom, used to do the Bekat Hamazon louder and word by word. This is, I will never forget that from my father, alav shalom. And always he used to remember us, hey, David, did you do Bekat Hamazon? Always. It was very important for him to say thank you to Hashem. I think a man without food cannot live. A man without food cannot live. It's the food who gives you life. So, indirectly, how much beside that I am alive? Baruch Hashem, in the morning I wake up, I am alive. But beside this, I have food, there is water, and how much I have to say to Hashem, thank you for what Hashem give me. That's what keeps me alive. And Baruch Hashem, because I am alive, because of the food that keeps me alive, so Baruch Hashem I can do mitzvot, I can be a good person. You know, there was I heard a story in the Shoah, when the Nazis, they took a Jew, they were doing selection, the Jewish people, which one will go to death and which one they will use him for the hard work. And there was a young man that he was very slim, that 100% they will send him to fire, to the. But this man always used to do Birkat Hamazon, and he started praying to Hashem. Hashem, please. I always did Birkat Hamazon. I always did Birkat Hamazon. I always pray, and I always prayed Birkat Hamazon word by word. So please, Hashem, help me. I want to stay alive. And then when the person who do the selection, he looked at him. He was wondering which way to send him, death or life. He said, okay, life, but what it is your occupation? What can you do? And he doesn't know what to do. He had no occupation in his hand. He was worried. He didn't know what to say. So just imagine, I know how to cook. Oh, okay. So you will work in the kitchen. He didn't know how to cook. So when they took him to the kitchen, and he came, the man who selected him, he saw if he know how to cook. He saw he doesn't know very, very well how to cook. He said, so you lied to me. He said, okay, I want to give you a hammer. I want you to dig. I want a hole of 2 meters. I give you 1 hour. It's impossible. 1 hour to dig 2 meters with a small hammer, it's impossible. Impossible. He said, Hashem. So, I do Birkat Hamazon. I was happy. And now that I'm alive, and now I'm disappointed, Hashem, please, help me, give me life. So suddenly there was a truck of Polish soldiers, and they started to throw at him, vegetable, potatoes, at him. They were laughing at him because he has a small hammer, and he was digging the floor to do a hole. They was laughing at him. Then there were all the fruit, potatoes, they were around him. So he started to collect them, and then there were another truck of soldiers that they were very angry. They had nothing to eat. So he told, please give us some vegetable. So he told them, one condition, help me to do a hole. So all of them, they started to do a hole. In a few minutes, the hole was ready. He gave them the other vegetation. The man who the one who was selecting people, he came 2 hours after, or 1 hour after, and he saw a big hole of tomato. He said, you did that? He said, yes, I did. So he said, if you can do that, go back to the kitchen. And this man, he said, that Baruch Hashem, after the liberation of the camp, I went to Israel, and I got married, and I have children. All this with the merit, with the zechut of the Birkat Hamazon. My friend, why I tell you this? Why I'm talking to you about this? Because unfortunately, people, when it comes to food, when it comes to money, when it comes to anything, they are warm to do it. For them, the most important is material, money, holidays. And unfortunately, the spiritual way, to pray to Hashem, it's in second position. When it comes to material, they are excited. When they come to Hashem, how to serve Hashem, they're not excited. A lot of time when I receive people, unfortunately, when I told them to do this, to respect the nida, tebila, no, because it's so cold, because it's not clean, or they want to change the conversation. Please, Rabbi, give me a good bracha to have a good parnasa. For parnasa, yes. You want I will ask from Hashem to give you parnasa, and you don't listen what Hashem asks you to do. How can I ask Hashem? Please, Hashem, give to Sarah X a good parnasa, a good health, and Hashem, but you don't want to do nothing for you. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, a person will have to increase the way how to serve Hashem. Rabbi Yonah said, who is really the Rasha? The Rasha is not somebody that does know nothing. Rasha is that we are talking about somebody that he knows who is Hashem. He knows there is mitzvot. He knows there is Torah, but he he knows there is a shachrit, milcha, arbit, but he prefer material life. That Hashem doesn't like it. You know me, and you do the contrary of what I want. That Hashem cannot accept it. It's hard. And this is what the Rabbi Yonah said. נפש הרשע שכותב חפצי הגוף בחייו. Who is the Rasha? Is that all he's willing is just his body. Only his body. This morning, this is that the way that Rabbi Michal Yehuda Levkovich, the way he explained Rabbi Yonah. Rabbi Yonah explained, he said, how much the quality to serve Hashem, it should be a priority before everything. Yeah, because otherwise you will be far away from serving Hashem. And that's, if you know there is Hashem, you choose, you give priority to this world, to the material, so Hashem is not happy. The Rabbi Yonah explained, he said, when a man passed away, they buried him. He's on the floor. He become what? He become sand, dust. That's what, life, what a person wants, just this word, this word, this word. Once you pass away, you will forget all this. And you will not come back. You will not go up. When a man wants money, wants food, he's so happy, he's so with joy, he will look for it, to get it. But when it comes to serve Hashem, he's dry. He's dry. He's not, no. He has no ambition, nothing. That's no good. Why I'm telling you this? Because in the Parsha of this week, we're talking about Yosef. Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef HaTzadik, that he was sold by his brothers, and he was a slave. He was a slave for many years. And Yosef HaTzadik, he remained a big tzaddik. Even when he became a king, he was always a big tzaddik. The reason is why. And this is the question. The reason is because Yaakov Avinu, his father, he teach him how to give priority to Hashem. The Torah said, Ele Todot Yaakov Yosef. This is the descendants of Yaakov Yosef. Why? Yaakov Avinu has only one son. He had 12. He had 12 sons. Why only the Torah choose? This is the descendant of Yaakov, Yosef. Only Yosef. You know why? Because Yosef, he was a very, very intelligent man. Yosef, he was very, 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 very beautiful man. And Yosef HaTzadik, he was the son of Rachel, the wife of Yaakov that Yaakov he loved. He loved her so much. Yosef HaTzadik, he was so much intelligent that the whole Torah, all what Yaakov knew, all what he studied in his life, he teach it to Yosef HaTzadik. That means that Yosef HaTzadik, he was more attached to Hashem, to the Torah, to the rest of the world. And that's why Yaakov Avinu, alav shalom, he loved Yosef HaTzadik. Because Yosef HaTzadik, with all his intelligence that he had, he was only 17-year-old. He was very, very intelligent. Instead of telling to his father, well, Papa, I know everything. Now I want to go to rest. No. The more he knew, the more he wanted to study. He did not miss 1 minute from his father. Yosef HaTzadik he was very intelligent. So once he was sold to the Egyptian, and he was in Egypt, he could run away from there. He could, he could show himself that he was very, very intelligent, and he could escape. He could do anything he wanted. Yeah, Yosef HaTzadik, he accepted all what Hashem did for him. Yosef HaTzadik said, when Hashem wants me to be a prisoner, I will not do nothing to escape from here. I will remain a prisoner. He could go back home to his father if he wanted. But he knew that all what happened to him is from the hand of Hashem. For Yosef, Hashem, it was a priority. All what Hashem is doing is a priority. It's a priority before anything he could do to himself. That was Yosef HaTzadik. Look, if we look at the beginning of the Torah, it said, Vayeishev Yaakov. Yaakov Avinu, he wanted to settle. He said, well, now that my brother Esav is not here, everything is calm, everything is under control, now I can relax. And Hashem said to Yaakov, a tzaddik in this world he should not have time to relax. There is no relax. A man in this world, he should always he should wake up. All his priority is just serve Hashem non-stop. Relax is no good. Of course, we are not Yaakov, but at least we should know, we should learn from Yaakov. Hashem he said to Yaakov, you want to relax? I will give you problems. So, with this problem, not only you will not have any moment to relax, but you have to pray so that the problem will resolve. What happened? Yosef disappeared. So Yaakov Avinu, instead of living a relaxed way, a relaxed life, he started to have problems. Where is Yosef? Where is Yosef? He's dead. Maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's somewhere. Where is Yosef? So he prayed to Hashem. Please Hashem, where is Yosef? So give tefillah to Hashem. My friend, Hashem, according to each tzaddik, we're not all the same tzaddikim. There is levels tzaddik. For Yaakov Avinu, his level was so high. So for Yaakov, there was no time to relax. All time, you should be always moving, keep going, keep in the service of Hashem. Keep moving. And when he wanted to relax a little bit, up. And when he wanted to take some time, some relax from his body, up. Hashem said, no, stop. That's not for you. Why not? I would like you to tell you something. Rabbeinu Vayeishev, he said that there was a rabbi, there was a man who kept to ask him that he wanted to fast. He wanted to fast. Have some, he wanted to fast all week. Like before. I know a lot of tzaddikim in Morocco that used to fast all week. From Saturday night till Friday night. All week. They did not eat. So Rabbi Vayeishev, he said, look, we are not, in our generation, we are not like the previous generations that they were very strong. He said, I know a lot of people that they were very strong on this fast all week and they remain strong. Today, we are not strong. Today, anyone who will fast 2 days, no stop, he will be very lazy. He will not serve Hashem. He said, please, go eat every day and just serve Hashem. Wake up in the morning, eat in the afternoon, eat in the, have your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and just serve Hashem. And do mitzvot. You see, my friend, Yaakov Avinu, he teaches us how we have to give all the time priority only to Hashem. Everything only for Hashem. nothing for your body, for Hashem. Now we understand, when Yaakov Abinu really wanted to relax a little bit, so Hashem, it was not, it was not happy with him. That was Yaakov. But for us, at least, when we eat, no one told you not to eat, but at least say thank you to Hashem. Be always happy when it comes to the service of Hashem. You go to pray, be happy. You do a mitzvah, be happy. Do it with happiness. Do it with life. Don't be dry, don't be cold when you do a mitzvah. Look, Yosef HaTzadik. He remained a big tzaddik. Why Yosef HaTzadik remained a big tzaddik? Because Yosef HaTzadik was a tzaddik. Because always he gave priority to Hashem. When it comes to serve Hashem, Hashem first. The Lev Eliyahu, you know, my Rebbe, Rabbi Michael Yehuda Levkovich Alav Hashalom, he bring the Lev Eliyahu, Lopian Alav Hashalom. He said, he want to explain the word of Rabbeinu Yonah. He said, when a tree has a connection with the land, with the land, and it's a little bit wet, and we can see the tree how it's beautiful. Why the tree is beautiful with all kind of fruit? Because we know that he has a shoresh, he has a connection with the floor. And then we see fruits coming out. I mean, it's normal. But if there is no shoresh, if there is no source, just imagine a tree with no shoresh, with no foundation. Just you take a tree and you put it in the floor. It will not give you nothing. It will not give you no fruit, nothing. He is dry. He's dead. And then he will fail. He said, this is the way a man as well. A man, as we said, Eitz Adam. The Adam, it's like Eitz HaSadi. If he had no life, if he has no shoresh with how to serve Hashem, if he's not enthusiastic, that means that he has no contact with Hashem. Look at a tree. When you see a tree growing, coming out from the ground, that means that the tree has shorashim, under the ground. But if there is no shorashim under the ground, it's finished. The tree will be dry and will fail. So if a man always he think only about material, he don't think about how to serve Hashem, he will be dry. That Hashem doesn't like it. When you study Torah, you must know that you study Torah Hashem, the Torah of Hashem. But if just you study Torah and you look at your time, what time you finish to go home, that's no good. That means you have no contact with the Torah, you have no contact with Hashem. You do mitzvah, you want to finish quick, and you are tired to do it. That means there is no contact with Hashem. This is the Parsha Vayeishev. The Parsha Vayeishev that I want to teach you, that Yaakov Abinu, he sit in Eretz Canaan, the land of his father. But the word, he sit, Hashem was not happy with his sitting. Because, no, Yaakov was healthy. So, to sit and study Torah with relax, Hashem, he was worried. He said, no, that's no good. If you relax now, so that means maybe you will not be enthusiastic to study Torah more. Maybe you will not have. Maybe you become dry because when you sit, the more you sit, the more it's like I saw somebody yesterday. He become paralyzed, but it's his fault because the doctors warn him. You have to always to walk. Try walk. If it's you are tired, walk because if you don't walk, God forbid, you will become paralyzed. And at the end, unfortunately, he didn't want to walk. He was lazy to walk. And now today, there's a lot of difficulty to walk. There's a lot of difficulty. The same with Torah. The mitzvot, when you reduce doing mitzvot, then you will finish doing mitzvot. Always have to do, carry on, do. This morning I saw a doctor, and the doctor told me, I know, this doctor, he doesn't believe in God. And every time he told me that he don't believe in God. Every time he told me, I don't know if he want to punish me, or he want to make me annoyed, angry, or just he want to, but with all what happened this lately with all the problems all over the world, he told me, I'm worried. He says, you have to pray. He looked at me. It was hard for him to tell me, maybe you're right. Because every time he declared, I don't believe. But I said, maybe you have to pray. Maybe you could be in danger one day. You have to pray. Because you're a doctor. You never know who will be your patient. You don't know. He looked at me. He said, well, you are a doctor of the soul. And I am a doctor of the body. So I told him, who's the best? Me or you? He looked at me. He said, well, the difference between you and me, I do surgery. I am a doctor, but I'm not 100% that I can have success in my field. But you are a rabbi. You are a doctor, spiritual doctor. You, the way you teach people Torah and give them faith in God, you could have more success than me. I said, you know why? Because they give more priority to Hashem than material. But you give more priority to your kavod, to your honor, because you want to have success in your medicine than other things. For me, all what I do is for Hashem. But for you, all what you do is for yourself. Because you want more glory, kavod, you want people that will talk to you, you want newspaper to talk to you, that you're a big doctor. Me, I don't care. Me, I work for Hashem, and if I do something, I want that people, they will talk more about Hashem. When somebody comes to tell me, thank you, Rabbi David, for your blessing, I say, no, it's not me to thanks, you have to thank Hashem. My friend, this is what we can learn from this Parsha of Vayeishev. Yaakov wanted to settle, and Hashem said, no, if you sit, that means you give more purity to yourself than Hashem. No, you have to give to Hashem always the priority. God bless you. I wish you the best. And have a good week.